Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the sun. I welcome all of you to today's session of Vashishta Yoga Vashishta. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Guru, I am not a scholar, I am not a Jnani. I am just a student who is conducting these study hours so that it helps me to learn Yoga Vashishta. I am reading from a book published by Ramakrishna Math, which is in Telugu, and I am making some notes and speaking in English. If there are any mistakes in my understanding, please forgive me. So, in the last session, we have talked about sage Vashishta, how his father, Brahmaji, has shown him what is Ajnana and how people are suffering, and made it the life mission of sage Vashishta to go to earth and teach to the humanity. What he will teach? He will teach Atma Jnana. So now, today we will study chapter 12, which is about Vairagya, dispassion and detachment. Sri Rama is saying that please tell me about the importance of Jnana. Why Jnana is important? How Jnana entered into the world? How it came about? What are its benefits? What are its goals? What is Jnana? What are its benefits? Please tell me. Sage Vashishta is saying, I'll tell you about how wisdom came about in the universe. What are the importance of Jnana? What are the qualifications necessary for a student to acquire Jnana? And also about Samsara Chakra, the wheel of repeated life and death, Samsara. In an ocean, waves arise. Similarly, in the ocean which is Parabrahma, consciousness, ocean of consciousness, Parabrahma, Brahmadeva arose. Chaturmukha Brahma arose. And he has created the universe. And then he looked at people, the infinite beings, and all of them are caught in repeated births, repeated lives, and repeated deaths. He has understood, he has looked at past, present, and future. And he said, many eons has passed, many yugas has passed. And I have created heaven and other better lokas. And I have created the means of attaining those heavens and other lokas, higher lokas. But all these people are deluded by the world. But they are not paying attention to the self-knowledge, which is Atma Jnana. And out of compassion, he has created and prepared sage Vashishta to teach Atma Jnana to the people. He not only created sage Vashishta, he also, for the same purpose of spreading Atma Jnana, he has created Sanakadi Rishis, the four Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara Rishis, Narada, and many Maharshis he has created. The purpose of this creation of creator of the Rishis is to teach people about Kriya, Punya, Jnana. Many yugas have passed, many eons has passed. He has created the yajnas and many Vaidika karmas. Over a period of time, all these Vaidika karmas, yajnas, which will bestow heaven and all, have become unused and lost its significance over a period of time. Looking at that, Maharshis wanted to re-establish the importance of yajnas. And they have made the earth into many kingdoms, and many kings were formed. And they have rewritten the many smrutis, shastras, Puranas, teaching the Purusharthas like Dharma, Artha, and Kama. This way, the wheel of time is progressing. The wheel of time is very powerful. Over a period of time, people were interested only in money, houses, food, and drinking. People were doing crimes, violence, wars have increased. Both the rulers and the ruled, they were facing many problems. Looking at this, the Maharshis like Vashishta, they were teaching Atma Tattva, the Atma Jnana, knowledge of self. They taught this Vidya, the knowledge of self, self-knowledge, to the kings first. Because if you teach to the rulers and change the rulers, automatically from the rulers, it will percolate down to the ruled people. Therefore, since this is taught to the kings, Rajas first, it is known as Raja Vidya. This is Adhyatma Vidya. This is the crown of all knowledge. Therefore, it is called as Royal Vidya, Kingly Vidya, Raja Vidya. Knowing this Raja Vidya, many kings are reformed and they attained enlightenment and liberation. Over a period of time, such kings are also lost. However, you are born as a prince to your father, King Dasharatha. Your mind is pure and holy. Because of that, you have dispassion and detachment. This is very auspicious. Vairagya, the dispassion is of two types. Rajasika Vairagya and Satvika Vairagya. There are two types. Rajasika Vairagya happens when somebody meets with a misfortune. Somebody dies in the family, some illness comes. Because of that, people have temporary Vairagya. When they lose money, when they lose kingdom, when they lose a person in the family, it is known as Smashana Vairagya. It is temporary in nature. Whereas Satvika Vairagya is without all these misfortunes, but it is born out of a careful analysis of life. This is done with analyzing what is permanent, what is false, what is truth, and what is false. By careful analysis, one understands that the world is temporary and all the pleasures of the world are also temporary, and they seek the permanent bliss of Atma. And O Rama, your Vairagya is of Satvika Vairagya type. Therefore, many saints are also wondering at your Vairagya. It is very rare that you are born into pleasures, into a palace, but still, because of your subtle mind and incisive thinking, you are able to see that the worldly pleasures are temporary and you have Vairagya, Satvika Vairagya. Sages are surprised at that. If a person meets a misfortune in life, he will get a temporary Vairagya. That is natural. There is nothing special about it. Whereas a sage or saint, when they see the world, when they observe the world, they see that there is suffering everywhere. People are suffering. Why? Because of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, lust, greed, anger, jealousy. Because of that, people are suffering. When they see this suffering, they develop Vairagya, dispassion. And also because of their intense contemplation on the truths of life. Such people are great people, noble souls. They have a great intellect. Their mind is very peaceful, very holy. So, people should do this kind of introspection and contemplation on the truths of life, permanent and what is permanent and what is temporary, by their self inquiry. Such people who do self inquiry without meeting any misfortune, not born out of misfortune, but naturally by their careful observation, they develop vairagya, they become leading lights of the world. They show the path to other people. They are called Jnana Jyotis. Therefore, all of you listen with a careful discernment, find out, who am I? What is this world? What is this world which I am seeing? Where is it coming from? Where is it going? What are these relationships? People should inquire into that. And this world which is seen is nothing but Maya. All this is avidya, ignorance. This one should recognize. And with discernment and discrimination, one should leave off avidya. And one should understand and recognize that I am Sakshi, I am witness consciousness. O Raghava, O Rama. If a person meets a misfortune, like somebody dies in their family or money is lost, naturally some kind of vairagya is born, but that is not fruitful. Only the vairagya which is developed by careful discrimination and analysis and self-inquiry, that vairagya has great importance and it will be fruitful. There is no doubt about that. I am going to tell you many examples, drishtanta, for this in the vicharana which we are going to do. Today, your vairagya is natural, naturally born, not artificial due to misfortune. If a field is properly watered, then a seed is sown into that field, a beautiful tree will emerge and it will bear fruits. Similarly, your mind is a fertile land. The seeds of jnana will be, you are ready to receive the seeds of jnana. Because of the grace of God, you have attained a fertile mind to receive Atma Jnana. O Rama, and all the people assembled here, whatever I am going to teach now, you have to analyze, think, contemplate. Only then it will be fruitful. So be aware, be awake, be alert, be contemplative, and inquire and find out. By doing many yajnas, yagas, punya karyas like charity and all, japa, tapa, sadguru, gurus, seva, service, helping other peoples, accumulating lot of merit, a person will be eligible to get a discriminative intellect, and through that the person will be eligible for Atmajnana. Then there is something called Kakataliya Nyaya. What is Kakataliya Nyaya? There is a tree. A tree is, you plant a tree, it grows and it bears fruit. The fruit is ripened, ready, ripened. And then a crow sits on the branch. Because of the weight of the crow, the fruit falls down onto the ground. Now, is the crow responsible? Is the cause for fruit falling from the tree? No. There are many number of actions before that. Many things have happened before the crow sitting on the branch. Like the tree is planted, it grows up, sun is there, sunshine is there, water has been put to the tree, fruit has come up, fruit has ripened. All these are the causes. Similarly, because of your previous janma karma, good karmas, you will be eligible for Atma Jnana. It is not suddenly, accidentally, it will not happen. Oh Rama, the wheel of samsara keeps on rotating. There is no end to it. If a person does not have Atma Jnana, he will forever be caught in this repeated life and death samsara chakra. And in each life, that person will have likes and dislikes, hatred, anger, jealousy, greed, problems, pleasures, and it will be a cyclical. Efforts, all this will be keep on going on. It will forever go on. This samsara chakra, the wheel of life, is unending. Only a sharp intellect only can understand this truth. Once a person understands this truth by sharp intellect, he or she will get rid of the attachment or attraction to the world, and they will enter into the world of enlightenment, like a elephant which has freed itself of the bondage of the chain. Oh, people who are assembled here, please listen. This samsara is very deceptive. There is no end to it. As long as a person thinks, I am this body, there is no end to his suffering. Those who have viveka, discernment, they use wisdom, jnana, atma jnana. Using that boat, they will cross this ocean of samsara. Such a boat, jnana vicharana, the enquiry, self-enquiry, atma vicharana, enquiry, all of you should listen carefully, alertly, awake, and alert awareness. And with concentration, you all pay attention to this. Oh Rama, if you have doubts, you ask there and then. When I am teaching you, whenever you have doubt, you are free to ask doubts. Have you observed this world? For an ajnani, for an ignorant person, this world continuously projects kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, desires, anger, greed, jealousy, pride, all these things, attachment, and relevant experiences are continuously created for people. What is the end result? End result is the jiva, the person who is living in this samsara, will be continuously subjected to ups and downs of the life. He will continuously be either suffering or a little bit of happiness or some pain, some suffering. He will continuously, like a log in a river, he will be helplessly moving here and there between ups and downs of life. But he will never be able to experience a happiness which is not tainted by sorrow. This is like a fire of hell, because whoever you see, they are suffering. They don't know how to get rid of suffering. One should find a way, a technique, something we should do to get out of this. We should search for a path out of this. Instead of that, if one wastes life, there is no use. Therefore, for the ajnana, for the ignorance, the only medicine is jnana, knowledge. And that knowledge is atma vichara, self-enquiry, self-knowledge. I am declaring it again and again. Ignorance can only be removed by knowledge. Therefore, one should do self-enquiry, self-knowledge. And with the Atma Jnana, one should get rid of their ignorance. For some people, the life will be smooth. They will have some desires and they will attain those desires also. Life will be happy. But don't be deceived. It can change any minute. If the life is smooth for, let us say, 10, 15 years, and at the end, after 16th year, there might be a misfortune. It can happen anytime. So don't think that my life is happy, I am having my desires, I am fulfilling my desires, nothing wrong is going to happen. Don't think like that. There is a possibility that anytime anything can happen. Misfortune can happen anytime. Therefore, the body is continuously changing and it will attract misfortune anytime. Diseases can come, unhappiness can come, worries can come, old age can come. Anytime it can create problems. Therefore, don't be satisfied with the samsara. Try to find a way out of this suffering. If you don't have foresight, If you don't look with a clear vision, who can help you? Sages and saints, Mahatmas told jnana, self-control, logic, concentration, awareness. Through this, one can cross over samsara. Those saints and sages have attained peace. For the ignorant people, many worries are burning them. Therefore, I entreat all people, irrespective of whether you have problems now or not. I tell them, don't waste time. Find a solution to this samsara. Oh people, all of you are Atma Swarupa. Get your self-knowledge, Atma Jnana. Those who have Atma Jnana, self-knowledge, they will not be troubled by what happens in life. In this samsara, in this wheel of life, there will be bodily problems, there will be psychological problems, worries. These are like torrents in a huge land called life. Only a person who is a Tattva Jnani, a Atma Jnani, can face life stoically. What is this Atma Jnana? I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness, Shivaswarupi, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. This is the Atma Jnana. One should have this knowledge. Shankaracharya said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. Only Brahman is truth, world is false. Jiva is none other than Brahman. Such Atma Jnana, get Atma Jnana and get rid of these problems, psychological problems. If you have buddhi, means if you want to get enlightenment, search for a guru, an enlightened master. Approach him and get your doubts clarified. Unless you search for a guru, you will not get. Those who want enlightenment should approach a Sadguru, realized master, and do seva to him and repeatedly question and doubts and get their doubts clarified and fill their minds with the knowledge that is given by the Guru. With this, we end chapter 12. Hari Om Tat Sat, Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Hari Om.